When China's vast economy slows down, the consequences are felt around the world. This is what it looked like on the London Stock Exchange. When you picture that stock market crash in Shanghai, this is probably not quite the image that springs to mind. But when the Chinese stock market falls, this is who it hits. More than 80% of investors here are ordinary people, many of whom will have borrowed money to buy shares.
How
can the markets drop every day like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days the market's dropped and never picked up. The market should rise after dropping, but it only drops.
The Chinese market only has investment but no return because the market falls more than it rises for individual investors. We've lost confidence after we didn't get a return.
China's trying to make the transition from being a production-based economy to a consumer economy, but growth has slowed. It means less demand, from the UK for luxury handbags to global commodities, the raw materials for manufacturing, such as copper mined in Chile. So why should we care? Because UK pension funds invest in FTSE 100 companies, some of which own those copper mines in Chile.
It's businesses and employment for any businesses that are supplying goods and services out to the Chinese and Asian economies. It comes from what the impact is on people's investments through savings and pensions. Many people have got exposure that they wouldn't necessarily think related to the Chinese and Asian markets. And thirdly, it's the impact on interest rates.
All smiles for the opening bell on Wall Street today, but substantially less cheer behind the scenes as they watched billions being wiped off the value of some of America's biggest companies. A much anticipated interest rate rise now expected to be delayed until at least the end of the year.
What we've got on our hands here is a global slowdown. We can't expect China, that's grown 56 times over the last 20 years, to slow down and not have a hard landing. It's not going to be a soft landing.
For all of the gleaming towers that accompanied China's economic miracle, everyone knew that double-digit growth couldn't last forever. The fear is that the slowdown, the return to reality, will be much sharper than expected, with more bad days to come. This is being reported here in terms of the broad figures involved, but crucially not the reasons why. The official censor in China has given an order for there to be less coverage of the stock market. They said that while reports should be balanced and objective, media shouldn't focus on reporting stock sell-off. They shouldn't render an atmosphere of panic or sadness, and they shouldn't use terms like sharp fall or collapse. But people here can see the sharp falls for themselves. More than 90 million taking to Chinese social media site Weibo in response, a number asking what the government is doing about it. And that will be the broader worry for China's leaders in all this. People who are losing their life savings may lose their trust in the government too. Katie Stallard, Sky News, Beijing.